Imagine experiencing something so traumatic that it traps you in your own mind, crippling you mentally to the point where the prospect of leaving your house fills you with that kind of dread, the kind that turns your leg to jelly, blurs your vision, causing the air around you to become suffocating. Your mind is convinced that the outside world is far too dangerous to risk stepping into. But what if the danger doesn't stay outside? What if it forces its way back in? What happens when the trauma that has held you bound resurfaces again from the darkness only to stalk you, reopening wounds that never fully healed? That is the quiet terror that drives Copycat, a film about fear, obsession, and the aftermath of a traumatic event. Welcome back to the Nostalgic Corner, where we revisit the movies that shaped the 80s, the 90s, and of course, the early 2000s. You know, those ones that left your heart racing even after the credits rolled. Today, we are traveling back to 1995 to a thriller that has aged in very interesting ways. It's not the loudest film of its decade, but there's something about it that locks itself inside your mind long after the VCR has gone cold. The movie is Copycat and stars Sigourney Weaver as Dr. Helen Hudson, a criminal psychologist whose life composes of, whose life basically falls apart after a violent encounter with one of her subjects. The attack leaves her terrified of the outside world, a prisoner of her own agoraphobia. The funny part of it is that it keeps her hidden in her own house. But when a new killer emerges, beginning to repeat of history's most notorious murders, the police turn to her for help. Among them is Detective M.J., played by Holly Hudson. No, not Holly Hudson, sorry. Holly Hunter, whose performance consists of matched calm and copy quips. The two women couldn't be more different. One locked in a home in her mind, the other walking through daily ugliness of the world on account of her job. Together they form one of the many character dynamics that makes this film unforgettable. Their relationship is built on mutual recognition, the kind that comes from having both been scarred in two different ways. Weaver's performance is layered and sharp. Her eyes convey the pain that she's experienced, captures the rawness of trauma without turning it into a spectacle.